Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We've got a massive amount of Legion news to talk about today because Ministravaganza kind of soft kicked off. I guess what would have been Ministravaganza's news ended up getting released by Atomic Mass Games, and we have a ton of news to talk about, and I'm going to try and cover just about all of it. And unfortunately, I'm going to really be able to just kind of talk about the beginnings of all of it. I'm not going to be able to get too deep into everything because there's just way too much stuff. We've got details for existing products coming out, Battle Force rules, or some Battle Force rules at least, for org charts. We've got more Battle Force information, new products, things we didn't even know about. Surprises, all of this stuff, and all kinds of information. And so we're going to get into all of it. It's really exciting. It's almost so much. It's almost a little bit of an overload of information. So I'm going to try to get to as much of it as I can. Again, we're going to go more deeper into some of this over the course of the coming weeks and as more information comes out. But I want to kind of catch everybody up on what was released yesterday by AMG and all the information that we got. So it's very exciting. A little admin stuff before we get into there. If you are new here to the channel, I want you to know that we are still giving away a Shadow Collective core box in the form of a $70 Amazon gift card. If you want to enter to win that, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. That's going to be running until Shadow Collective does come out, and pre-order notices are going out, so it's going to be coming out very, very soon. So you still have time left to enter to win that. Also, check all the links down in the video description below. I'd love to have you join our Discord or our social media links and Patreon. All that stuff is down there. Also, I want to thank today's sponsor, Archon Games. Their new Game Found campaign is launching very, very soon. Dungeons and Lasers Encounters. Now, Dungeons and Lasers is a brand that you've seen me cover before. It's very modular terrain that you can use for your tabletop games, whether it's games like Star Wars Legion or something like Dungeons and Dragons, or the Star Wars RPG. You can use all of the Dungeons and Lasers sets. They're all going to be available in this campaign, but this is also going to feature on the Encounters set, which is new exterior terrain, outdoors. They're taking the dungeon, and now they're going up to the surface level here. And you're going to be able to be getting trees, campfires, debris, tents, rocks, and also miniatures, too. As a matter of fact, if you go over and check the link that's in the description below, over to GameFound, and you follow, you're going to get a free miniature along with your pledge just for following the campaign. So that's something you definitely want to check out. I definitely have, I've painted a lot of these sets. I've done video reviews of a lot of these sets. It's very, very cool product, and I think you should definitely check it out. So head on over and check out the GameFound link in the description below. This is launching in only about 4 days. So again, we'll talk more about these guys in the future, but it's pretty cool stuff, and I think you should check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the Legion news because there's a lot of Legion news today. All right, so first thing is some people were kind of F5ing, refreshing on all of the Legion stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is, well, there's apparently another Gar Saxon upgrade that may or may not have been included with the expansion. So here it is. It's kind of like a print and play PDF. Gar Saxon's getting a combat shield. It's going to give him shielded 1 and recharge for 10 points. He does have the double equipment, so looks like a really good upgrade for him. Of course, this 10 points is a little on the expensive side. And it's going to give him a shield, and it's going to give him the ability to recharge if he doesn't, if he didn't flip any active shields. So, that's a really, really nice way to extend his hit points. So I like that. And that's gonna be for everybody. You can just kind of print that out and include that in your Gar Saxon builds. But we don't have time to talk anymore about that because we're going to be moving on to the next thing. Next thing, Battle Forces in new starter boxes. Now, this was kind of hinted at, so this isn't exactly like super, super new, but it is new. And look at that artwork. Oh my goodness. So all 4 of these got kind of spoiled. And so not just kind of spoiled, but officially announced. At first, they were kind of spoiled on the Asmodee store, and they're all available for pre-order now too. Some of these are coming out in August. Some of these are coming out in September. We've got stuff coming out for the rest of the year. So lots of stuff coming out. First off, Blizzard Force. I noticed the AT-AT, or what I call the AT-AT. And of course, I know some people say different things, but I noticed the big walker in the back, and I was like, what is that? Of course, there is not a walker in the box. You're actually getting, an ATST. And you're getting 3 snowtroopers, 2 speeder bikes, and Darth Vader. And of course, these do look like they are the same sculpts as what we've seen already. So this doesn't look like it's like all new sculpts. But this is going to basically be a full-fledged starter. You're going to be getting your command cards. You are going to be getting the new the new Battle Force cards too. Now the Battle Force cards are going to be print and play, so you don't have to get this box if you want to use this. This is like all of these Battle Force boxes seem like they're going to be a little bit more geared for newer players or existing players that just don't have that much, because they are going to be about $150, like $149 retail, and so that's kind of a tall order for an expansion. But look what you're getting. You're getting 3 core units, 2 supports, a heavy, and a commander. You're getting Darth Vader and all of that too. You're getting a ton of value in these boxes. And so that's definitely something to think about. Now, if you're already maxed on all of these things, you may not want to pick it up. Of course, you don't have to, but this is going to be a great starting option for new players that don't want to have to like find somebody else to split a starter set with. I know a lot of people are asking, are they still going to have starters since you're going to have Darth Vader here? As far as I know, we're still going to have starters. We also have the Rebel version. Again, the Echo-based defenders are going to have a slightly different kind of loadout. 4 units of Rebel veterans, 2 Tauntauns, an FD laser cannon. C-3PO and R2-D2 actually come in this one, which is really cool. We have Leia and Chewbacca also coming in there, which is awesome. And again, you're getting all their command cards too. You're getting Vader's command cards with Vader, but only the original 3. You're not getting the operative Vader command cards there. And you're getting Leia and Chewbacca's command cards. You're getting R2-D2's command cards. And you're getting also the Echo-based Defender command cards. We're getting 501st. You're getting the 501st in here. And I mean, again, all these boxers feature like some of the most amazing art. We're going to talk more about these in a minute. 501st features Anakin. You're going to get the 501st 3 specific. And that's the thing. You're going to get the 3 command cards for each of these. And you're also going to get some upgrades too. It's going to be treated more like an actual starter. We're getting an AT-RT. We're getting 2 Phase 2 clones. So all you people that can't find Phase 2 clones anywhere, here you go. You can get 2 of them right here. And then 3 units of ARC Troopers, which is definitely going to be very interesting. They talked about you can potentially have more ARCs. So if you've already got some ARC Troopers, you might be able to, you might want to fill out your ARC Troopers. I think you can get 4 of ARC Troopers, but like you wouldn't be able to run all of them as strike teams. You can only do like half the number of strike teams or something like that. So again, we'll get a little bit more information when all of the Battle Force information is completely spoiled, as we don't have the Force org charts for these completely yet. Although some of them they've been talked about a little bit. So some of them I think we do have the org chart, but some of them we don't. The Separatist invasion is going to be the one that kind of surprises me a little bit more, because I thought the Separatist invasion was going to be the Battle of Naboo, and I thought it would have featured like Maul and everything that we saw in Episode 1, but it is not. It is actually going to feature Grievous. Now, it certainly does appear that you can do a Battle Force that is at least largely inspired by the Battle of Naboo, because you're going to be getting battle droids, you're going to be getting droidicas, you're going to be getting an AAT in here, but they changed it up a little bit by giving you Magna Guards and Grievous, who were not present at Naboo. But again, this is not turns out that the droid invasion is not necessarily a Naboo-specific battle force. It is a droid invasion battle force, and of course, you're going to be getting the new droid invasion command cards, and this is going to be like one of the ones that I think is a little bit the most interesting. They did talk about being able to go up to I believe 8 units of B1 battle droids in this battle force. So I'm really curious, what kind of benefits we're going to be getting in these battle forces, and what kind of incentives we're going to be getting to kind of limit our list building. So again, more of that information will be coming out hopefully soon. Initially, it was said that these would be coming out before the Shadow Collective information came out, and so that's we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. All right, so we've got more things to talk about. We have some all new units. Again, some things that were kind of teased. I did anticipate that they would be painting Swoop bikes on one of the painting streams, and of course, Swoop bikes. Not only are they going to be painting Swoop bikes, but we're actually getting the full box art, and these are up for pre-order now. And so it's really giving me some Dash Rendar kind of Shadows of the Empire vibes with the Swoop bikes. Old school gamers know what I'm talking about. Old school Star Wars fans, will recognize that. Of course, Swoop bikes have been in multiple media, but I first saw them in Shadows of the Empire. If we look in the back too, this very interesting thing, because they're going to be mercs, but they also say they are compatible with the Rebels and the Republic, which is a little bit surprising. I don't think many of us expected the Republic to get swoop bikes, especially when they already have bark speeders. But that is very interesting, and I'm wondering if that could be like a really cool Republic-themed list, especially if you're using Allies of Convenience to get like an extra Merc. Again, I'm still we're going to be getting a new rules reference guide update that was talked about. That is coming. It's not here yet. We've got a couple of weeks until the new RRG is out, but it's definitely coming. And I'm really interested to see if you do Allies of Convenience and you decide to add, like, let's say you have 3 barks in your Republic build, then can you then exceed the support, and then now all of a sudden now you have a 4th support because of Allies of Convenience. I think that's what it means, and I just want to get that clarified. So there's a lot of things we're assuming, and a lot of things seem to be a certain way, but I always like to read it in the RRG because it's kind of more, it clarifies just how much you can stretch it out. Like, what if I have 2 copies of Allies of Convenience? Like, will they stack? Because it's not a numerical thing, but sometimes things do, sometimes things explicitly don't, and I'm curious what the intent here is, because I'd love to run like 5 supports. Wouldn't that be interesting? It'd just be fun. So that is exciting. Speaking of fun, IG series assassin droids. This is so cool because they took 2 characters and put them in one box. I love this. I absolutely love this. Also up for pre-order now. So the swoops are also up for pre-order. So is the IG. And you're getting IG-88 and IG-11 in this box. And it is 2 minis. It's not just one mini that you can build 2 different ways. It's actually 2 minis. If we look on the back of the box, it specifically says you're getting 2 plastic miniatures and 2 unit cards and 5, count them, 5 command cards. You guys getting these 5 command cards? I'm getting these 5 command cards. They're giving me jazz hands with these 5 command cards. Again, a lot of information. I'm trying to just glaze over the top of it because it's too much to get like into too much of the weeds on. But what you're going to notice here is that they're compatible with the Empire and the Rebels. Now, if you read the description, it says that they'll work for whoever. They'll work for the Empire or the Rebels. They don't care. I wonder if IG-88 is going to be Empire and IG-11 will be Rebels, or if both of them can go in either one. I wonder if there's going to be differences between the factions that each of those individual droids can go in, or if they're both going to fall under the same umbrella for each of them. It'll be very, very interesting because, again, we know already, if you didn't see my other video from the other day talking about Din Djarin and Grogu, that was already announced. That one has already been announced, so I'm not really talking about that one that much, but we do know that the Rebels are going to be getting our first bounty hunter in that case, and if the Rebels now have 2 more potential bounty hunters that are going into them, that's really interesting. All of a sudden, the Rebels went from 0 to 3 in no time, so isn't that something? Isn't that something? But we're not done yet. No, we're not done yet. I have to catch my breath because there's so much to talk about, you guys. There's so much. And everything is going to continue. The discussion continues. It continues on Discord. It continues on social media. And it's going to continue in future videos. We're going to keep it going. We've got the Shadow Collective Force Org chart. This one is a whopper. This one's a whopper. They put out an entire article about it. Again, if you're following Atomic Mass Games on social media, they put this out on, I believe, Facebook and Twitter. Interesting things. Now, first off, unlike other battle forces, the Shadow Collective has a unique bonus in that they are allowed to take mercs, and those mercs are allowed to fulfill. Oh, I mean, everybody can potentially take mercs, right? But like the mercs are allowed to fill their basic unit requirements. Now, they only require 2 core, but you can use mercs to fill in those 2 core. Of course, you'd kind of have to because there aren't any Shadow Collective native. Basically all the core that are available to them happen to be mercs, right? So that's cool. So you can, again, if you want to run like a Black Sun and a Pike, you've already met your core requirements straight out the box. That's very cool. So if you want to buy extras, then maybe you can like specify, like I want to go double Pikes or double Black Sun. You need to buy extras for those, and which is pretty good. And now you have to have 1 commander, but it's interesting because you can have up to 3 additional commanders or operatives. And so it's weird because it's not a set number. It's not like 2 commanders, 2 operatives. Like you could have 4 commanders if you wanted to do that. Or you could have 3 operatives and 1 commander. which is really interesting. So you have some flexibility on how you want to do that. Now, I do think that that's going to make, like, it's going to be some extra steps of code for everybody who's got all the list builders out there. And I'm like, that's okay. You know what? Just set it to 0 to 4 on either one and let the people know, or whatever. I don't know, but they can take up to 4 special forces. 0 to 4 is the special forces, which is a really interesting. They get that 1 native special forces already just thrown in there. That's really cool. They can take up to 6 core, but it's 2 to 6 for the core. 0 to 3 support and 0 to 2 heavy. So the support and the heavies, no changes there. The big changes in that are that the way the special forces and commanders work. The core having only 2 to 6, and the special forces allowing that 4th one, which is going to be interesting because I wonder how many people pre-ordered. Did you maybe not pre-order enough Mandalorian Super Commandos now? Do you need to go get more Mandalorian Super Commandos? I know I didn't pre-order enough to be able to run 4. I ordered like one extra, like one of these boxes and then one extra, thinking that, that might work. So, and I guess my question right now is like, allies of convenience, like, again, will that stack? Can I go above that 4 threshold for special forces? Because I believe I can. I believe if I've got allies of convenience in there, can I run 5? Like, can I have another one? Like, if I got a Pike Capo in there too, and he's got the Underworld Connections upgrade, can I run then? And then I've got Gar Saxon also. Can I run 6 Mandalorian Super Commandos? Like, how many can you run? Like, is it just as many as you got Underworld Connection or allies of convenience and points available for? Like, that could get a little bit wild. Or are they not? Or the Mandalorian Super Commandos not going to be considered mercs at all because they're unique? Because they can't go in other factions. Like, do you have to be able to go in one of the 4 basic factions for the rule set to consider you a merc? Again, we're going to wait for the RRG and for all the rules to come out on all these things. I still have questions, but we did get a lot of answers. And this was just day 1, folks. Again, I don't know if they're going to give us this much information on each day of this weekend. I doubt that we could get this much. I do expect a lot more Marvel Crisis Protocol information, some more X-Wing information, maybe some Armada information. They also started off with their campaign today too. That was the other thing, is the big campaign, the Destiny campaign launched, which is like basically special rule set, special scenario kind of OP type stuff that you can play for all your existing games. The Legion, X-Wing, Armada each had stuff. I'll talk about those other games in future videos. Some of the scenario stuff looks pretty cool, looks pretty fun. Some of it I'm not sold on. Some of it I'm not too crazy about. But the cool thing about these is if it's not for you, you don't have to do it. And so that's that's the way that goes. But again, lots of news. We're going to talk more in future videos. I want to hear what you guys think, though. Let me know down in the comments section. Don't forget to check the links. Also use that code Crabbok VIP to save 15% off of your awesome metal tokens over at Luxury Playstyle. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you have a fantastic day, and may the Force be with you.